Getting started was a combination of different dreams that I had. I loved everything about playing guitar. You know, I began to play guitar to impress a girlfriend, and my father encouraged me to tinker or discover. So I took my first guitar apart. I disassembled my first guitar to see how it was made. And it really inspired me to want to combine my love of guitar, music, working with people, and I thought making a guitar would be a great idea. Challenges at the beginning was we were doing something that was new. Steel string guitars, which is what we make, were made by companies, factories, and they had been since the beginning. So when we began as a very small company, we were doing everything different, and there was no market yet for that kind of thing. Our first guitars that we made wouldn't stand up in the modern market. So the challenge was to get credibility, or to have people believe in us. We always had a great group of advisors. Guitars appeal to everyone. So we've always been doing business with people that were specialists in finance, advertising, manufacturing, medicine, science, on and on and on. So there's always been people very willing to help us as we grow. Still is that way today. Wood is a really big part of our story, and I think more than a lot of guitar makers. What we do here is we really are a custom shop. 75% of the guitars that we make, the design is for the customer, and it could be how it feels, how it looks, but also how it sounds. And that's a specialty that most guitar makers don't offer, is to be able to change the sound of the guitar. We use woods from around the world. Some of the timbers that we use, they can be like 4 meters in diameter, so the interior of the tree can stay sound for 75 or 100 years before we get to it. Rather than build our guitars and wait for 100 years for them to sound better, we start with old wood. As I explained, old wood sounds better because of the hardening or the polymerization of the resins in the wood makes it more resonant. So by getting old wood, we make better sounding guitars. The benefit is we're not cutting trees to get it. We can be part of the responsible harvest. So it's not all of the wood we use, but it's a large portion of it. And it's thickness not to a dimension, but to a frequency, as I talked about before. So this sound is what we're looking for. And it's probably about between 2.5 and 3 millimeters, but the size doesn't matter. It's how it feels and how it sounds. The braces give it strength, but also they're going to give us an ability to control the sound of this guitar. One of the things that the customer is going to ask for is anything on the sound system that you can control by using knobs, we can control in the sound of the guitar. And one of them is how loud the bass is compared to the treble. So we can control that by where we place these braces and how we manipulate the massing. So now he's playing every note to make sure everything's true, yeah. He's also a very good guitar player. Yay! That's great. Wood contributes the quality of sound that we call tone, the bright or dark. Aesthetically, of course, wood is beautiful. It's very, very desirable. And working with wood, we don't just take a piece of wood and put it on the guitar, because the shape of the grain is part of the design of the instrument. and in some cases it contributes to the sound. So it's a beautiful marriage between function and design when the wood goes into the guitar. It makes the sound and it makes the look. So it's a really nice thing to do. And I love the smell, I love the feel, I love the weight of wood. I can't describe that I get by handling it, feeling it, holding it, and finally having an instrument that speaks. But it's got a story in itself, as the wood itself. When I was young, I would have played guitar every opportunity I had because it was a way for me to express myself. It was a way for me to be creative and be artistic. And today I have many ways to do that. I have it through designing new guitars. I have it through having my hands on. I don't do any process every day, but I do have the opportunity to design new guitars, do the prototypes, do that kind of work. And I get to talk to people about not just guitars, but my love of wood, my feelings for how wood fits into our lives, and I also get to share my experience through life with people, and talking about more than just guitars. So I have a great time. This is really fun. Guitar making is a beautiful thing to do for a living. I feel my purpose is to help people understand and respect the resource of wood and what it means. It's not just a material to be used to make something. It oftentimes represents whole cultures, whole belief systems, and so it's integral in the way people live and their quality of life. The message really is that we don't have to compromise quality by doing the right thing and being responsible with our wood. We can make the best stuff in the world out of responsibly harvested wood. I'm going to say the best way I can describe it is it makes things fall into place. It makes me understand what's truly important, what are priorities, and where I fit in the world of nature. And it gives me great respect for the resource and renewed commitment to do things responsibly. And it makes me feel good. So I love wood, I love trees, and I love the environment they came from. And very interesting, I love the people that deal in wood. The resource either attracts people that are sensitive and respectful, or it makes them so. It doesn't matter, it's fun to be around them.